TxTygrr, just having some fun, picking some words, then the pictures get done. We share it with each other and we laugh. Type in some words, let the madness unwrap. Midjourney Madlibs, nothing gets clearer. That's the show, it just keeps getting weirder. Midjourney Madlibs, nothing gets clearer. That's the show, it just keeps getting weirder.
Oh my gosh, what on earth?
Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please come in, make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake. Welcome to Paddycake Games and the next episode of Midjourney Madlibs. With me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How are you doing tonight?
I'm lovely, actually. I got a promotion.
I heard. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. So we have a great show lined up for you today. We've got some incredible stuff with some really crazy art, and it's going to be hilarious. You're going to laugh. Well, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. You know how this works. And if you don't know how it works, here's how it works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into the Madlibs. We then take the sentences. We run them through Midjourney. We create a series of art. We get together. We share it with each other, and we laugh. And that's the show. And we hope you like it. If you do like it, look down below the video. There's a button just for you. It's a thumbs up button. It just means you like the video. And if you're clicking on that, you might as well go right next to it and click on the subscribe button. That'll super help out the channel in ways you couldn't even possibly imagine. And then if you want to...
Super help out.
Yeah, super help out. And then if you want to do the trifecta, just click the notification bell, and that'll let you know when new videos get posted to the channel. And if you want to interact with us or see the art up close and personal, you'll definitely want to come and join the Discord. Look in the description of the video. There's a link to our Discord. We have a wonderful community there of really cool people that are interested in stuff on the channel. You can chat with them. You can chat with us. It's just super fun. And if you want to support the channel in ways other than liking and subscribing, click on the join button underneath the video, and the 2 tiers of membership for the channel will be laid out for you. You get extra videos, extra perks. You get unedited videos in the highest tier of membership, and you get access to videos as soon as they're uploaded. All right, that's my spiel selling the channel. It's time to actually have some fun now. Brent, I'm really excited about this. Judging by the picture that you sent, this is going to be an insane Madlib, and I'm really looking forward to it.
So, I do indeed have an amazing Madlib. This is from my other Christmas present from Patrick. I mean, he gave me more than just 2 Madlibs, but this is the other one. This particular Madlib is Booger Madness that I got for Christmas, along with Richard Simmons. And I just decided I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to go through here and find the perfect one. I literally just chose the first one. It's the world's biggest booger. Yes, that's booger, not burger, not caramel or whatever's going on there. And it's in the style of a Stanley Kubrick film.
Stanley Kubrick's film style is as meticulously crafted as it is visually arresting. Known for his obsessive attention to detail and a penchant for visual symmetry, Kubrick approached filmmaking with the precision of a master painter. His work is characterized by carefully composed shots, long tracking sequences, and a deliberate pacing that invites viewers to fully immerse themselves in his meticulously constructed world. His films draw on a wide range of influences, from the stark realism of post-war photography to the dramatic chiaroscuro found in classic European paintings. Kubrick's love for classical music, often featured in his soundtracks, and his deep literary interests further infused his films with layers of intellectual and aesthetic meaning. In iconic works like 2001, A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, The Shining, and Dr. Strangelove, Kubrick blended cutting-edge technology with timeless themes, pushing the boundaries of cinematic narrative and visual storytelling. Kubrick's creative process was famously rigorous. He was known for demanding countless takes to capture the perfect performance, and he frequently reworked his scripts and shot compositions until every frame aligned with his singular vision. This commitment to perfection resulted in films that continue to captivate audiences with their immersive atmospheres, complex symbolism, and innovative technical prowess. One surprising fact about Kubrick is that he was notorious for his reclusiveness on set, often eschewing traditional directorial methods in favor of an almost scientific approach to filmmaking. His insistence on absolute control over every element of production meant that he rarely allowed improvisation, a method that many modern directors have since embraced. This blend of artful control and visionary creativity has cemented Kubrick's legacy as a true auteur whose influence endures long after his final cut.
I'm Will Smith of Oh My Gleemax News, where I'm reporting live from London with today's top story.
London, what an exotic location. Oh, wow, it actually is Will Smith. How about that? Oh, my Gleemax.
I got to... All right. Oh, my Gleemax. Gleemax News.
So, what is that sign saying that they're not allowed to have in that booth? What
It
is
looks
that?
like tape.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Or a tape measure? Like a
No tape. Don't tape. Don't tape. Yes, don't measure anything in
Don't
here.
measure anything in
It's
there.
very tiny. Dude, you're freaking me out, Zuby. Sorry, my cat is... Zuby has decided he wants to be right above me, and he keeps making crinkling noises and meowing at me. And I think he wants to get even higher above me, and I'm afraid that's going to cause a cascade. So if suddenly things start flying, it's probably Zuby's fault. Meet Terry. After picking his femur for the last 86 hours. Told you. Zuby, could you stop, please? Meet Terry. After picking his femur for the last 86 hours.
God. Terry.
That is probably the tamest of the pictures that I could use for this one.
God.
I'm not even sure if some of the pictures would be allowed on YouTube.
This is one of those. This is
But if
one
they
of those post-apocalyptic things, like movies or TV shows that take place, after a massive apocalypse or cataclysm. People go into houses to try to find supplies, and they walk in and they find stuff like this. A dead body sitting in a chair, someone who committed suicide or just died or something in the chair.
He just picked his femur.
Well, he looks.
Just needs to
I'm
fill up
sorry.
again.
I'm sorry. That is a corpse. That is not a living person. He picked his femur to the point of death.
This Orange Town hero is just seconds away from pumping the record for the world's biggest booger.
Jesus Christ. Well,
He's an Orange Town hero.
He's an Orange Town hero.
Apparently,
Absolutely.
I was thinking like an Orange Town, but apparently he is
he is
an
the
orange town
He's-
hero.
Yeah, the town hero who happens to be an orange.
This looks like something that came off of a float.
That is one of the saving graces of this. It does not look like it's trying to make something that's real. It looks like a plastic
Yeah.
or fiberglass model of something that's been, carved and painted, and it's the orange hero. Why they chose this model, I don't know. I would have gone a different direction, but okay.
Well, this booger, to be the world's biggest, it must measure at least 2 inches wide and weigh in at over 3 fingers.
Okay, that's not all that unusual. Well, it's only 2
I
fingers.
guess the 2 is for the 2 inches
I guess,
wide.
yeah, it's the 2 inches wide. 2 inches wide.
And then if you
It kind of looks like his skin is made out of raisins, though. Like, it just looks like it's a
I
carved
got some
raisin.
really, really weird artwork on this one, and I really couldn't get much different. Wait! This just in! The booger is out! From what we can see, it's an odd mix of pale lavender and green. But is it large enough to perform the record?
Oh, God, what? Is the booger a living being?
I could
So
not use this picture.
Gross. It's so gross. Ugh. 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 I'm not happy with that. It makes me very uncomfortable.
Let's get a closer look.
I don't want to get a closer look.
Okay, well.
I don't want a closer look at that. I would like it to keep its distance, please.
Let's get a closer look. With the booger weighing in at 15 boots, the record has been broken.
What? Oh, they're boots. Okay. I couldn't figure out what they were at first.
I guess.
But they're boots. Okay, they're boots, and I guess they all have boogers growing out of them. Oh, what's with his face? I just noticed his face.
Yeah. No, this was the only weird one that I got from this prompt. I got a lot of boots.
Yeah, I would
I
imagine.
got a lot of boots even after I Stanley Kubricked it. I mean, I had boots like just lined up in a row, like maybe 15 boots actually.
All those weird things poking out of the boots. It's just weird. They make me think of like infestations of something. It's like
Or faces maybe, but yeah. Still
yeah, but like
not
faces
great
of
for
like little
faces
creatures that
either.
are living inside the boots, and they've had the little burrow holes. Ugh, I'm grossing myself out. Move forward.
Oh yeah, that is one painful nose nugget.
What the fuck is up with his eyes? Is he digging for boogers in his eyes? Oh my god!
I don't know. I didn't realize the eyes were so horrendous until after I'd already chosen it, and I'm like, you know
my
what?
god,
I'm just
they're
gonna go with it.
horrifying.
It's so weird. Let's just pretend this is Play-Doh, but this is like,
Oh, it's
you know,
got-
you know what
yeah.
this is? This is a Garbage Pail Kid all grown up.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. What would be his name though?
Pustule Petey?
Oh yeah, that's good. Pustule Petey, I like it. He grew up though. Now he's just Pussy Pete. No, Pussy Peter. That sounds like a venereal disease.
I'm so cringing over here. And I'm like, oh, stop saying these words. Terry reports feeling like a weight has been lifted off of his earlobes.
Oh, well, he looks like he's very happy that the earlobes.
He's a little red.
Yeah, well, he's been carrying weight on his earlobes. They're probably tired and flushed.
Well, I mean, I just don't understand. How did something in his nose put that much weight on his earlobe? Terry reports feeling like a weight has been lifted off his earlobes. More like lifted out of his nose. Am I right?
Oh God! That was just a sentence. That wasn't even a weird sentence. That was just a sentence, and it gave us.
More like lifted out of his nose. Am I right?
Oh God! You know what this makes me
and I'm
think
pretty
of?
sure.
This makes me think of what was that show? Hemlock Grove. Did you ever see the show Hemlock Grove?
I saw about half a season or a whole season, maybe.
Okay. So his sister,
But yes.
the vampire kid, his sister. Only this is
I
bearded,
don't. Maybe
so
I know
possibly
about
male.
her yet.
She
Or
was
maybe
weirdly.
she's, like,
She was
near
in the
the
first
end.
season. She was in the first season. They
Oh,
didn't
okay.
show her much because she always kept her face hidden because she was deformed, and this is what she looked like.
Now, over to Paddycake with tomorrow's weather forecast.
Are you saying I'm a goat?
This is just what came up.
That's so weird. Why did that come up?
I think the first time when I did it, it gave me a horse, like a green horse.
That's weird.
Maybe that's the last sentence, but it's not over yet. Now it's time for some dishonorable mentions, and oh boy, do I love these pictures. I included all of these particular pictures because I felt like they were among the most Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, absolutely. Especially the bottom
ones.
two. The bottom two especially make me think Kubrick. The bottom left, a lot.
I'm Will Smith
Oh,
of Oh My Glee Max News, where I'm reporting live from London with today's top story.
And I'm a bipartisan political reporter.
For this booger to be the world's biggest, it must measure at least 2 inches wide and weigh in at over 3 fingers.
That's a pretty big booger.
I feel like it has definitely won. I don't know how Terry has anything left in him now. From what we can see, it's an odd mix of pale lavender and green. But is it large enough to perform the record?
Oh, wait. What? So he pulled that out of his nose? Because I'd like to pull that out of my nose.
I pulled that. I had to put this in here because I was just like, what? Why did it go in this direction?
Oh, yeah, a triptych. Okay. Oh, God.
Odd mix
my
of pale
God.
lavender and green.
Those are horrible.
Gosh.
Bottom
so the top
left
one
is...
where it looks like, the bottom left. That looks like something from The Last of Us to me.
Yeah, the eyes are a little... I mean, it's weird. It's like... It definitely gives me, like, zombie or, overtaken human vibes. You know, that sort of
Yeah.
feel to it. But the eyes are so goofy. It's it's like they're scary, but they're goofy at the same time.
But that is it for the world's biggest booger.
That was a great kickoff to that book. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that this season.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if any of those things were going to go through. I thought, watch it tell me that booger is banned. What am I going to do? I've got a whole book of boogers.
That was great, but I hear Lady Shablagoo is about to offer some more advice to one of our lovely viewers who has a question for her. Need some advice? Ask Lady Shablagoo.
Well, darlings, it all started when Santa Claus himself came to me for advice. Yes, the Santa. After that, I said to myself, Maggie, if he needs your help, the rest of them surely do too. So I created this segment, Dear Lady Shablagoo. I offer wisdom, guidance, and allegedly questionable ideas wrapped in good intentions. And sure, not everyone follows my advice, but that's never stopped me from giving it anyway. Now, let's see who needs my sage advice next.
Dear Lady Shablagoo, I love my husband, I really do, but he is an absolute menace to society. I cannot go 1 week without him getting into some ridiculous scheme. Starting a pirate radio station, fighting a giant chicken, or somehow getting banned from yet another fast food chain. The worst part? He always drags our kids into it. Just last week, he convinced our baby to build a rocket in the backyard. I try to be supportive, but it's exhausting. How do I stop my husband from turning our home into a never-ending circus without crushing his spirit? Because if he gets sad, he just sits around the house in his underwear singing, "Don't Stop Believing." And frankly, I don't have the energy for that. Sincerely, losing my mind in Co-Dog.
Dear losing my mind. Oh my dear Leslie. Mysterious anonymous letter writer. You are dealing with what I call high-energy husband situation. This is when a spouse, usually forced by overconfidence and a deeply concerning lack of foresight, spends their time making life an unpredictable whirlwind of chaos and potential lawsuits. The key here is controlled containment. You cannot stop the hurricane, but you can redirect it. Here's how. Give him a fake project. Instead of fighting his antics, create a harmless distraction. Next time he starts planning something insane, say, "Wow, honey. You know what would really be impressive? Recreating Mount Rushmore out of mashed potatoes in the backyard." He'll be too busy sculpting to realize you just saved the town from another disaster. Strategic exhaustion. You need to turn off his energy before it leads to felony charges. Have you tried making him do an activity that seems exciting, but is actually tiring? Like sending him on a scavenger hunt for items that don't exist. Paul, I heard there's a burger place in town that serves a sandwich called the Forbidden Patty. You just have to find it. He'll spend hours searching while you enjoy some peace and quiet. Or there's preemptive bribery. If you know he's about to do something reckless, beat him to it. Say, "Wow, honey, I was just looking forward to a quiet night of watching Rocky fall and eating an entire sheet cake with you." He'll drop his plan immediately. Now, if all else fails, and he does go through with one of his ridiculous ideas, just remember, at least it makes for a great story later. And if you do lose your mind, go easy on yourself. Someone has to be the adult in the family, and clearly it's not him. Stay strong, keep emergency cake on hand, and never let him near a trebuchet. Lady Shablagoo.
Well, that's certainly some interesting advice. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Or don't.
No, or don't, yeah. Or don't. It's my turn now, and I've got... This came out really great, and I'm really excited to share this with you. So I decided to go along the route that I'm familiar with, And my Madlib tonight is called Spy Video Games. And my art is in the style of Peter Paul Rubens. Peter Paul Rubens was a Flemish artist and diplomat born in 1577. He is considered the most influential artist of the Flemish Baroque tradition. Rubens' highly charged compositions reference erudite aspects of classical and Christian history. His unique and immensely popular Baroque style emphasized movement, color, and sensuality, which followed the immediate, dramatic artistic style promoted in the Counter-Reformation. Rubens was born and raised in what is now modern-day Germany to parents who were refugees from Antwerp in the Duchy of Brabant, in what is now modern-day Belgium. His family then moved to Antwerp when he was 12 years old. From a young age, Rubens was attracted by the woodblock prints of Hans Holbein the Younger and Tobias Stemmer, which he had diligently copied. Acting on his ambition to pursue a career as an artist, he began an apprenticeship with the landscape painter Tobias Verhaeghe in 1592. Rubens left Verhaeghe's workshop after about 1 year as he wished to study history painting rather than landscape painting. He then continued his studies with one of the city's leading painters at the time, the artist Adam van Noort. He subsequently studied with another Romantic painter, Otto van Veen. Van Veen offered Rubens the intellectual and artistic stimulation that suited his temperament. Van Veen installed in Rubens the ideal of the pictor dotus, or the learned painter, who understands that painting requires not only practice, but also a knowledge of art history, classical art, and literature, and the masters of the Italian Renaissance. He also introduced Rubens to the code of conduct which court painters needed to respect to become successful. Rubens completed his apprenticeship with Van Veen in 1598, the year he entered the Guild of St. Luke as an independent master. As an independent master, he was allowed to take commissions and train apprentices. His first pupil was Deodat del Monte, who would later accompany him on his trip to Italy. They stopped first in Venice, where he saw paintings by Titian, Veronese, and Tintoretto. The coloring and compositions of Veronese and Tintoretto had an immediate effect on Rubens's painting, and his later, mature style was profoundly influenced by Titian. With financial support from the Duke, Rubens traveled to Rome by way of Florence in 1601, and there he studied classical Greek and Roman art and copied works of the Italian masters. The Hellenistic sculptor Laocoon and his sons was especially influential on him, as was the art of Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo da Vinci. His biblical and mythological nudes are especially well known, painted in the Baroque tradition of depicting women as soft-bodied, passive, and to the modern eye, highly sexualized beings. His nudes emphasize the concept of fertility, desire, physical beauty, temptation, and virtue. Rubens was quite fond of painting full-figured women, giving rise to terms like Rubensian or Rubenesque. Rubens' depiction of males is equally stylized, replete with meaning, and quite the opposite of his female subjects. His male nudes represent highly athletic and largely mythical or biblical men. Unlike his female nudes, most of his male nudes are depicted partially nude, with sashes, armor, or shadows shielding them from being completely unclothed. These men are twisting, reaching, bending, and grasping, all of which portray his male subjects engaged in a great deal of physical, sometimes aggressive action. Rubens died from heart failure as a result of his chronic gout on May 30th, 1640. He was interred in the St. James Church in Antwerp, where a burial chapel for the artist and his family was built. The chapel is a marble altar portico with 2 columns framing the altarpiece of the Virgin and Child with saints painting by Rubens himself. Over the coming centuries, about 80 descendants from the Rubens family were interred in the chapel. Rubens was a very prolific artist. The catalog of his works by Michael Yaffe lists 1,403 pieces, excluding numerous copies made in his workshop. With that kind of catalog, you're bound to leave an impression. So let's enjoy this Madlib with art in the style of Peter Paul Rubens. Grab your favorite controller, flex your nostrils, and get ready to play Spy in these wavy video games.
Okay. Do you need to have your twin little brothers?
Squish them up
are
near your
very
face.
tiny?
They're very tiny. Yeah, squish them next to your face. They rest on your controller, and you got to hold your controller backwards. Very important.
And make sure their heads don't fall backward or forward, or don't choke them either. I mean, there's a lot of things going on here I'm not sure about. And also that controller feels upside down and backwards.
It's completely backwards. And the kid on the right has we'll probably need to bring him to an optometrist when he gets a little older, because
Or maybe he's looking at something on his arm, because it looks like they're equally both crossed, like he's looking at something really close by.
So here's the first game. Operation Blonde Ragdoll.
Sorry.
So I decided to include this because it's like Midjourney couldn't really decide what type of game this was. So is it a game that takes place during like World War I or World War II, like the cover of the game suggests? Is it a modern warfare game like the characters in front suggest? Or is it a medieval RPG like the background suggests? We don't know.
Maybe they're just in Europe and that's a normal city. Well, of course, it could be like a long-term thing, like, you know, maybe they.
Oh, it starts in
multiple
medieval
generations
times.
of
Yes,
the-
in multiple
the blonde
generations.
ragdolls.
Yeah, it goes on
Which
forever.
are barely blonde. That's definitely a dirty blonde.
You are a spy in the hot, sparkly jungles of the junk room where nobody goes. So this is an example of the weird style that came up sometimes that's not really Peter Paul Rubens' style.
Yes, it's definitely not. I don't see this being any.
But
This looks very modern.
but it's also very silly.
Oh no, it's great. It's kind of got a little bit of Wallace and Gromit vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. Your mission? Vaporize poisonous Monopoly tokens
Okay.
as you search for the missing and priceless hair scrunchy diamond.
What? What?
Right? Like, this is bizarre.
I'm trying to like redo the sentence in my head, and I'm like, maybe that's rich Uncle Pennybags in hell. I'm getting maybe some Poe.
I get a
Maybe
little Edgar
some-
Allan Poe. I get some Lovecraft. Your mission: vaporize poisonous Monopoly tokens as you search for the missing and priceless hair scrunchy diamond stolen by the rogue operative, Jack Quaid. Now, Mr. Quaid, I do realize you are aware that this show exists, and I hope that you are watching this because this is
Forgot that I told them about this.
this is actually a pretty cool interpretation of your likeness.
Oh wow, a little older, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the-
it's very caricaturish, but it kind of like if somebody pushed this in front of me and said, "Does that kind of look like Jack Quaid to you?" I'd be like, "Yeah, kind of." You know,
I love this little derringer too.
Yeah, a little tiny weapon. It's kind of cool. He's definitely the rogue operative. You know.
Oh, that's where I was trying to figure out why is it giving me this, and I see it now. I love that, you know, the background too. This is very either Victorian / steampunk.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he doesn't have all the little bells and whistles and everything. He just has this very tiny weapon. Who knows what it is? I mean, maybe it's not a gun. Maybe it's worse. You know, it looks like a tiny little gun, and no one's gonna be like, "Oh, this tiny little gun, woo!" You know, you're not gonna hurt me, and then suddenly you're like splattering.
Right. But I thought that was kind of fun. There's a honorable mention of this that is going to make you lose your shit laughing. And Mr. Quaid, if you've ever liked to be on the show, just contact me. You'd be welcome. I know you slum it with YouTubers every now and then. I've seen you.
I just imagine him going, "Don't call me Mr. Quaid. That's my dad."
Right, probably. Spies in space.
So that's just the name of the game.
Yeah, it's the name of the game.
I freaking absolutely love this.
I
So
think it's
this
cool. I would play that. Like if I saw that, I'd be like,
10
I want to play that.
games?
It looks cool.
or is that the age?
Or is it 10 or is it 11? It's funny that it tried to do something like that because it knows that those exist on video game containers and video packaging. It has like the, you know, parental advisory, I guess you'd say, the ESRB rating. It does have them. It just doesn't exactly know how to display it. So it made its best guess.
But I really like this. This is great. I mean, the artwork is great. It
It's
almost
cool.
it looks very video game.
Yeah, like I
And
said,
they've
I
got
totally play this. Totally play this. So, Spies in Space. The excruciating evil scientist Dr. Smarty Oldbooks has launched an armchair into space. I don't know what's excruciating about him. He's kind of good. He's kind of, you know, it's rather attractive as far as the male figure is concerned.
It's like a modern interpretation of the Thinker.
Yeah. and only, with pages all around him. And he decided that he was going to launch himself into space in his armchair with no clothes on. Because that's what you do. It contains deadly lace doilies that, if sprinkled into the Earth's atmosphere, will destroy all living hard candies.
What? Where did that come from? And what is up with her forearm game here?
Why does she have a
Welcome
beard?
to the gun show.
Why does she have a beard?
Yeah.
I used the method where I created the art and then I reinterpreted the art in the style of the artist, because when I tried to put the artist into the prompt, it gave me really boring stuff. So to get some variety, I did it that way for most of it. So the original image was a very anime-looking girl who was holding doilies up. And so I reinterpreted that as Peter Paul Rubens, and it made her, I guess, swinging from a chandelier with a beard. I don't know why she has a beard. I didn't tell it to give her a beard. So the next game is Speedway Spies for the PS4.
That's a lot of spies. Oh, this is Spy Games, isn't it?
Yeah, Speedway Spies. And this one, I'm not really sure what the ESRB rating is trying to tell us. Is it a bullet game? only suitable for bullets to play this? I don't know.
Or, if you can shoot, you can play it. Or maybe it's a middle finger just going, screw you, we don't give a crap. I love that you've got the PS4 logo on there.
Yeah, well, I asked for a PlayStation game. This last little section is the icing on the cake. It's spy on spy yodeling action on the racetrack.
Why are they wearing wings?
Because it's Peter Paul Rubens. He painted pictures of angels.
I love how their pants sort of
turn into skin.
Their legs.
Yeah, they become skin. Right about the knee, they just turn into skin. Love that.
Or maybe they're just underwear and they paint the skin to match so that you don't. I don't know. It's hats. Why are they wearing leather fedoras?
Yeah, leather fedoras and wings.
And what is that flying over them anyway?
No idea.
A lion bird?
So I picture that bird that's flying over them, like it's obviously flying from left to right? So the thing on the right is its face, and it's got a big giant open mouth. You and your clumsy opponent burn up the race goose at speeds topping 42 miles per hour. 42 miles per hour? No one can live at that speed,
goose.
man.
That's why it's just is that a lawnmower or a four-wheeler?
It's like a four-wheeler, but all the flames coming out of it. It's like, what the hell?
And why are they going forward? I guess you're not going that fast because the flames are going forward, or maybe
Right?
you're going backward.
Yeah, that's true. You might be going backwards, but yeah, but it's like burning up the racetrack. They interpreted that as like, well, let's just put flames coming out of it everywhere.
And also, it looks like one of the geese might be on fire.
Yeah, and the child in the back has been smacked in the face by something.
It's just soot.
As you swerve to avoid toppling ray guns, slippery spills of silverware.
I feel like his toes are missing on one foot, just like I see an open, gaping red wound.
Oh, I didn't notice that till you just mentioned it. I don't think that's what it is. I think his foot is just kind of turned to the side.
I
and it's in
agree to
shadow.
agree.
Okay. This was basically a reinterpretation of the silverware in the style of Peter Paul Rubens.
So now
And
instead of silverware,
made this-
it's tureen. Silver tureens.
Right, silver
flying
tureens
at you.
are flying all over the place, and he looks like he's partially cybernetic because it looks like some of it is
Or maybe he's being
attached to him.
eaten by a silver fish, but not a silver fish.
So as you swerve to avoid toppling ray guns, slippery spills of silverware, and occasionally a lipstick trying to cross the road.
Sorry. Why did the lipstick cross the road? To chase after the drag queen, the beard drag queen. Wow.
But this one, as soon as it came up, I just could not stop laughing. It's like, oh god, this is like a Botticelli moment all over again. Just some weird dude floating above the street.
with
Weird naked
just
dude.
the hint of color on his lips. That would be called like nearly nude.
Yeah.
Something.
Or just gloss. It's just lip gloss. It's not even colored. It just makes it shiny. That's the end of the Madlib. Are you ready for the honorable mentions?
I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it.
So this is Operation Blonde Ragdolls, a completely different interpretation of the video game.
Yes, this is like in the Animal Crossing genre.
Exactly, yes.
Or Kid Sims? Is there a Sims kids game? Because
there might be. I don't know. I haven't looked at that in a long time. There's another one, Operation Blonde Ragdolls. Or actually, probably it's
like...
Operation Blonde Radolls.
Radolls.
Here's the rogue operative Jack Quaid, who is apparently a monkey in this universe.
Or a chimpanzee. a creature, maybe. I mean, if Robbie Williams can be a monkey, why not Jack Quaid?
Right? Well, remember, Speedway Spies was originally for the PS4. This one's just for the PS.
It's the original version. Yeah. They brought it back for PS4.
But there's another version of Speedway Spies. This one was just for the P.
It was just the play. They hadn't gotten a station yet. You just had to go to the video game store and play it right there.
All right. Well, that is the end of my Madlib for the evening. And that's the end of our show for the night.
How is this possible?
Well, we'll be back on Thursday. It's no big deal. So thank you guys for coming by and watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Brent, thank you for hosting this with me. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, my gosh. Remember I told you about falling things?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here before Zuby destroys more of his room. So thank you guys.
Don't look at me like I did something wrong.
Make sure you click like and subscribe before you leave. We'll see you guys next time.
Riding on the edge where heroes collide. Blood, sweat, bogeys under bright breaking news. The nugget still wins, or the victor must choose.